It doesn't matter where I go. As soon as people find out that I'm a New Yorker, they feel compelled to tell me how they feel about New York. Right? Like, I don't ask. But they always tell me, and it's usually some cliche thing, you know, they'll be like, New Yorkers are mean. And here's the thing, we're not mean, we're aggressively kind. Right? We're very misunderstood. I always tell people, get lost in New York City, the first person that will help you is a New Yorker. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, because we can't stand lost-looking people. Like, we hate your lost-looking faces. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We see them at the, like, right at the subway map, just like, Is it uptown? Is it downtown? What's Midtown? Literally the middle. I just picture them like panicked at the map, and then like out of the darkness, they hear a voice. Where you trying to go? That is one word in New York City. Where you trying to go? No breaks. You've been looking at the map for 5 minutes. Where you trying to go? I'm trying to help you get out of my way. You've been in my way 5 minutes. Look at this map. Such a wild thing, man. And people in New York, like, here's the thing about New York City. Like, if you have a bad time in New York City, I feel like that's because you didn't know the rules before you got here. You gotta know the rules before you get here, man. Every city has rules, right? And one of the cardinal rules of New York City, mind your business. It should say that when you land in New York. Welcome to New York, mind your business. Right? That's what forget about it means. It means forget what you just saw. Because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but what happens in New York never happened. Why you snitching? Like, why would you say anything? I had to teach my husband this lesson. My husband is a white boy from the Midwest. Thank you so much. I'm a Puerto Rican girl from the South Bronx, man. Like, I know we got Puerto Ricans here. Hey. Yeah. What up, probably my cousins? I'm just saying, let's do a 23andMe later and get weird. That's the thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. As a Puerto Rican girl from the South Bronx, I didn't think I could bag a white boy from the Midwest. I thought I was too aggressive. Because I don't know how to soft flirt. You know what I mean? Like, you know how some girls can like really cute flirt? Not me. I'm New York aggressive with it. I'd be like, yo, I like you, son. You trying to do this? Hey, yo, you trying to smash? Turns out he liked it. He was like, I'm scared, I'm gonna follow her. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man, moving from the Midwest to New York, what a culture shock. I couldn't start him in the South Bronx, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't. That's not a starter borough, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's... Right? We don't start people in the Bronx, we end them. Don't shoot the messenger. Although we do, we shoot the messenger. Nobody getting messages. But we found a nice starter borough, Astoria, Queens, great starter borough, right? We moved there, man, I showed him all the artisan coffee shops. I was like, look, your people did that. We moved to this nice, quiet neighborhood, or so we thought, till one day we were driving around and a fight broke out in the middle of the street. 2 grown men started beating the crap out of each other. And my sweet Midwestern husband was like, oh no. I should do something. I was like, if you don't roll up your window right now, I'll fist fight you myself. I was like, what you gonna do, Captain America? You gonna fight 2 grown men? You have psoriatic arthritis, take a seat. I'll tell you what's about to happen. I'm about to watch you get jumped. That's what's about to happen. And I'm gonna watch, because I know how to mind my business. I already learned. This is your lesson, baby, not mine. It wasn't like that when we first got to the neighborhood. When we first got to the neighborhood, the hottest beef on the block were 2 businesses that were at war with each other. It was a health food store and a bagel shop. And the health food store started selling bagels. That's what I said. Here's the thing, they could have sold their bagels in secret. That would have been the respectable thing to do. But they put out a sign. Right, and the sign said, we sell organic bagels. So the bagel shop put out a sign. And their sign said, there's no such thing as organic bagels. I saw that, I was like, the block is hot! It's hot in the first minutes of motherhood are chaos. Chaos, absolute chaos. And everybody has a different emotional reaction. Everybody has a different feeling. Immediately, I went protective. Immediately, I was looking at my son and I understood why parents would go to prison for their kids. I used to think that was crazy. I used to think that was extreme. And then looking at my son, I was like, nope. In a heartbeat. I was like, man, if the cops ever came looking for him, I would say I did it. I would. Or I would tell them I haven't seen him because I ain't no snitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna do my baby like that. Just open the door and be like, I haven't seen him in like 6 I need the accent to sound innocent, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I'm Puerto Rican, but from the Bronx, so I can't just like open the door and be like, nah, son, I ain't seen him in a hot minute. I told him it's on sight when I see him though, dead ass, bro. The cops would be like, we're gonna arrest you anyway. She talks like a rapper. I was looking at him, man, I was holding him in my arms, and I remember thinking this baby could do no wrong, man. He could grow up, move away, forget about me, move back home, stab me, I don't care. I would be like, wipe your fingerprints off the knife. Tell them I did it to myself. Boys will be boys. That was just the first couple of minutes, man. First couple minutes. But a week of having a newborn in my house. I called my mom. And I was like, I'm sorry for everything I ever did. I was on the phone with her like, this baby's a douchebag. He bit my boob the other day. No, he made eye contact. He did it on purpose. I hate it here. I want to go home. I was stressed, man. Because they don't really tell you. There's no way to really prepare for what it's going to be like. And what a unique situation to have to prepare for. Like just having a newborn during the pandemic. There was no outlet. And there was no advice they give you at the hospital. This is what they told me at the hospital. Before I left the hospital, this is what they said. This is all they said. You're going to want to rest. That's all they say. You're going to want to rest. They forgot to add, but you'll never get the chance again. Welcome to a lifetime of anxiety. Joke's on you, I already have it. What a crazy time, because there was so much tension. I think in everybody's relationship there was tension during the pandemic. Like if you fought with your partner during the pandemic, like it's not about how much you love them. That's too many hours with one person. Because we all have flaws. None of us are perfect. We shouldn't look for perfection in our partners. I think we should understand that everybody has flaws. It's not about your partner being perfect, but it's about how you handle those imperfections you have in each other, along with each other. And I think that was the biggest issue. Nobody was prepared to be around their partner 24/7, uninterrupted. Look, my husband's biggest thing is he's a talker, which is never said as a compliment. That is a warning every time. Like, hey, he's a talker. Go with God. And people underestimate it all the time because they don't understand he's the type of talker that doesn't need anyone else for the conversation. Do you know these people? You know how many times I've been at home like, did I leave a podcast on? Like, who's bringing up random topics? And then during the pandemic, he started doing this new thing that he'd never done before where he just announced things he was doing around the house. I'd be in the living room and I'd hear, babe, I made space for the ketchup in the refrigerator. And I'd be like, good job, man. Because my therapist said be more encouraging, you know what I mean? So I was like, who's killing it in the kitchen? I didn't grow up with positive reinforcement, so I don't know how to be encouraging without sounding like I'm talking to a pet, like, who's a good husband? Who's a good husband? Off the couch, who's a good husband? Of course we fought, of course we bumped heads, of course we got on each other's nerves. Like, I'm definitely the kind of person, like, he has to put up with my flaws too. And I'm definitely the kind of person that, I think the hardest thing he has to put up with is the fact that my mood depends on your tone. You don't have to tell me. I know it's toxic. I'm aware. I'm working on it. It's not fun, you know what I mean? To be the kind of person that's always like, what'd you say? And at this point, we've established that when a woman says, what'd you say? She's not asking you to repeat what you said. She's asking you to rethink what you said. It's not fun to have somebody walking on eggshells like that, you know what I mean? Like, what'd you say? Good morning? Please say I did it right. We were bound to bump heads, man, but we're also both in therapy. And I don't know if you've ever fought with a healthy person. But it's annoying. Because we'd get into these big blow-up fights, right? Where we would just yell at each other, and then I'd storm out, right? And I'd have time to process. And I'd come back in and I'd be like, ugh. I realize my reaction to the previous situation is based on trauma from a former relationship that I shouldn't bring into this current space. Don't get too excited, baby girl. And then my husband would come in and he'd be like, ugh. I want you to know that I hear you and I see you. I was like, I hate us. I don't want to be us, I want to jump us. I don't like us. I come from a family where you flip a table to make a point, you know what I'm saying? Like, this feels too healthy, you know what I'm saying? And I got a temper on me. I'm not proud of it, but it's something I know about myself. Right? Like, I got one of those tempers where I'll get real mad, real bad, real fast. Yeah. And then 5 seconds later, I'm like, we're cool. They'll be like, Gina, you burned down the house. Okay, but I'm a new woman now. I have the sense of humor of a 4-year-old. I do everything kids think is funny, I think is funny too. Like, I still think farts are the funniest thing on the planet. Thank you, me and like 6 people. Really? Really, a room full of grown folk? You're gonna sit here and act like you've never been in the bathroom, someone cut one and you tried not to laugh? Yeah, there we go. There we go. That is a universal situation. Don't be afraid of the ties that bind us. I'll prove to you that farts are still funny. I was recently at a buffet. Don't judge me. We've already discussed this. I'm a foodie. Buffets are like carnivals for foodies. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you show up at a buffet, you're like a little kid. You're like, oh my God, there's food everywhere. There's steak and bacon-wrapped shrimp and a salad bar for some reason. Every time I see someone at a salad bar at a buffet, I just want to take their plate away and go, get out. Don't you mock us with your salad eating. So I'm at this buffet, right? And I go to the bathroom. It's me, this woman in the middle stall, and a lady and her 4-year-old daughter. Really cute little girl, right? Now, the woman in the middle farted. Wait for it, because here's the important part. It wasn't one that you could get past. See? All of a sudden, you all know what I'm talking about, right? Why? Because normally when it happens, it's a little sound, and you're like, she didn't know that was coming. Yeah, that was a surprise to everybody involved. And you know she didn't know, because the second it happened, she was like, Jesus. She got startled. But this, no. This was an I ran to the bathroom because I didn't know what was gonna follow this. And we've all been there, too. Where like 1 second you're talking to somebody and the next you're like, I gotta get out of here like right now. This is not safe for anyone. Because it went on for like 2 minutes. That's an ungodly amount of time. Can we just discuss, guys? After 30 seconds, call a doctor. What did you eat? It's dangerous now. It's like a drum solo. It was like a brrr, and then like it just kept going. It just kept going and going. And here's the thing, in that situation, we all do the same thing. What do? You shut up immediately. Right? Like the second it happens, you're like, nobody can know I'm here. And you become the quietest you've ever been. Right? If you're like me, I am seriously, I'm like a ninja with it. My feet are up on the seat. I'm not breathing. I won't even leave the stall, because what if I leave and she leaves at the same time? Like, if we make eye contact, it's over. I'm gonna laugh. I mean, I've already seen her shoes. Her cover's blown. So here's the thing. I am acing this situation. Acing it. Until the little girl in the last stall completely blows it for me. Because she goes, ew! I can't. I laughed so hard. Because I'd been holding it in, so it was like a... It was so bad. And then I farted, because all the excitement. I was like, what's going on? Jesus. What just happened? See how we all came together on that one, though? Like, at first, you guys were like, no! Now you're like, yeah! Best part about that joke is now, whenever that happens, you're gonna think of me. You'll be in the bathroom and that'll happen, and you'll go, Gina.